Alice, we have Janice is going to do our national anthem. She is super awesome.
So sweet. Hi, can you hear me?
I can.
Okay.
Alice handles all of our AARP outreach for Macon, Savannah, and Augusta.
Okay.
Superwoman.
Crazy woman.
Busy woman.
All of the above.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, am I going to, Angela, you going to do the record? Okay, whenever you're ready to begin that. All right, almost time. All right, it is 11 o'clock. Okay, we ready to begin?
Yes.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. I'm Jill Hines, the Associate State Director for AARP Georgia, and I'm the state lead for our Veterans Outreach. And I want to welcome you to this very important and lighthearted, we're going to keep it lighthearted today, discussion on veterans issues around the climate that we have today. I first want to pay honor. This is for honoring our Military Appreciation Month, and we want to begin with an introduction of our very special guest this morning, who is going to grace us with her voice, first time virtually, Major Janice Ivory, retired Air Force, and we want to welcome her as she sings our national anthem. Janice.
Stand up. See me? Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rocket blaze of bombs bursting in gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Wonderful. Janice, thank you so much. That was beautiful. So again, good morning, everyone. I'm Jill Hines, the Associate State Director of Outreach for AARP Georgia. And on behalf of AARP Georgia, I want to welcome you today to our discussion as we celebrate Military Appreciation Month. AARP is a nonprofit, nonpartisan member organization and has been working to promote health and wellness for Americans for more than 60 years. Our founder, Dr. Ethel Percy Andrews' motto, serve and not be served. But we extend that now to veterans who have served our country, and now it's our turn to serve you. Our workshop facilitator today is Colonel Angela Odom, retired. She served 27 years in the Army. Angela is also a teacher, life coach, professional, speaker, an author, entrepreneur, and of course, one of our very valued AARP veteran volunteers. Good morning, Angela, and welcome.
Oh, good morning. What a great opportunity. So how do we do this? This is like Military Appreciation Month. Do we just start off like with high fives, or what are we gonna do? Because we don't wanna be all stuffy today. So thank you, Jill, for this opportunity. First, we want to make sure we know who we are in the room with, so to speak. We're gonna go ahead and launch a poll. Can you all please see the poll on your screen, and we want you to answer the question so we'll know. So which military service are you representing? We know we have some Army and some Air Force in here already. Do we have any Marine Corps or Navy or Coast Guard? And I'm sure we have family members also. And then, so you go ahead and if you would, you're viewing the screen, the poll, and we have just a few questions. We'll end that, give you a few minutes to do that. And also, did you serve on active duty, the reserve forces, National Guard? Are you an amazing family member? You could be all of those, right? And then are you willing to return to support the military mission? Because, you know, they were asking for medical personnel to come back. And so we will give you a few minutes to answer the poll questions, and we'll get started with our talk and connect. And Jill, thank you for the opportunity to you know, just be in the room virtually with some veterans and some amazing you know, Americans. I'll give you just a few more minutes to answer those. We have it's like about 50% have voted, and so we'll leave it up for just a few seconds, and we'll go ahead and end that and see what we have. Okay, so we'll go ahead and we see that we have Army, okay, Air Force, Navy in the room. All right, I see you. And then active duty, reserve, National Guard, and of course our wonderful family members. And no thank you is the leading answer on are you willing to return to support the military mission. And so there you go for that. And so we're going to today just, you know, have a virtual talk and connect. And you say, well, what is that? What is that? I know that Jill is going to monitor our chat, and we'll ask you to, be active as we spend this hour together. So what we're doing really is I'm going to facilitate a 1 hour, this lighthearted, it's a fun-filled event, and we want to thank again AARP Georgia for the opportunity for us to connect and talk as we celebrate Military Appreciation Month. Well, we want to go over some ground rules first, right? First ground rule is no whining or complaining. This is not a gripe session. It's a lighthearted talk and connect. We're just connecting during this global pandemic, right? And because sex, religion, politics tend to elicit strong emotions, we are going to just sidestep them today. Be kind. We really don't know what other people are dealing with, so we want to make sure we lead with kindness. And also, as we begin to engage and talk through the different topics, we want to ask you, please don't hold us hostage to your stories. We want to give other people an opportunity to talk because we've only carved out just 1 hour for this virtual talk and connect. And also, we're going to take pictures of the screen. We're actually recording right now. So be sure to, you have the option to be on camera or off, so you know that in advance. Then we're going to ask you to mute your microphone when you're not talking. This will decrease background distractions. And one more thing, as far as a ground rule, multitasking is a myth, right? So we want you to choose to do something positive for yourself today. Just participate fully in this experience. If we have any questions about the ground rules before we get rolling? Okay, so we of course we started on time at 11 and we're going to end at noon. So this is our countdown clock. And my name is Angela Odom, and I am a leadership coach. And so I served, like Jill said, for 27 years. 27 years in the greatest army on the planet. Retired in 2015, and I've been blessed to be certified as a leadership coach and author. And the biggest and best part of me, I think, is being called mom. So that's where I receive most of my joy. So how does this work? We're going to, of course, we started promptly. I want to just stop and everybody just go ahead and do the clap, clap, clap for Janice, because that was amazing, right? She has such a beautiful voice. Oh my, oh my. I always love hearing Janice sing. Beautiful, beautiful voice. So I'm your facilitator, and we're going to move from topic to topic. So we're going to have the opportunity to throw out a topic, a discussion topic. We'll spend up to 6 minutes or on that topic. If the topic we don't like it, it's not picking up enough traction, we're not discussing, then we'll move to the next. But we're asking you please to remember the ground rules. So you're going to listen for the timer. When you hear the timer, it's time to switch to another topic. Okay. I hear someone talking. Is there a question? Okay. So there might be something in the chat, Jill. Also, so for us, I have some backup topics. I'll start with the first one, and then we'll have some backup topics if we're not able to, get the good topics flowing out there. Then we're going to wrap up at the end with gratitude. And because of the large group, then we'll make sure we use the chat also. Then we'll turn it back over to Jill. So the whole point is we will move from topic to topic, and we want to know, what you want to talk about. I'm going to start first, and we'll go from there. And I want you to unmute yourself as you are sharing. So the first, I have my backup topics right here. The first topic, we're in the middle of this global pandemic. There's a lot of change going on, but for the people who served and for the people who supported those that served, what military technique or tactic or experience do you find yourself doing during these unprecedented times? Like, what are you using? So for me, who is that, please? Okay, so for me, what I use is hurry up and wait. Anybody else? I'm gonna take all of y'all off of mute. Off of mute. Mute, unmute. Okay, so you all can, is there anything that you're using using now that you used or relied on when you were serving? Anybody?
This is Jill. I would have to say I agree with you with the hurry up and wait. Especially with the shutdown. You're finding yourself having to find different things around your house to do. It's like, what do I do? So you start doing a lot of tasks that you haven't done, and while you're waiting to see what's the next step.
Yes, definitely. Definitely. Anybody else? Now, I know Colonel Retired Andrews, I know she has a big old vast amount of experience. What are you using now that you use in the military? What are you relying on? Anything at all?
Well, Angela, really, I kind of do the opposite, and that's to be still. When I find that there's so much commotion and emotion that surround me, and so many decisions to be made, and so much information that's flowing through the airwaves, and requirements sometimes just get overwhelming. For me, I just take a step back, and every morning I just find my quiet place really just to be still. And for me, that seems to just give some type of settling of my spirit every day. For me to have that quiet time to be still.
That sounds like wisdom. That sounds like some wisdom right there. Yes, be still. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so okay,
I use my military time.
Say it louder, please.
To be there at least 15 minutes prior to.
Janice, would you say it louder, please?
Did I use the military time?
Oh,
you hear me?
Yes, you use military time. Okay.
Remember the military time, you have to be there at least 15 minutes before?
Yes.
So instead of CP time, military time.
Yes. Yes. And so the point of the day is for us to talk and connect. And so I threw that first topic out there just so we can see what that looks like. And we want to pause right now to see if someone else has a topic that you want to talk about, and that's how we will go through this session. And then when you're not, if you please mute yourself. So for the mute button is where the microphone is, or if you call it mute. Let's see if we can do that. Thank you. Okay, so so the bottom line is we're doing our talk and connect, and so I threw that first one out there. And is there anyone who has another topic you're like, well, I want to talk about? I don't know what it might be, or I could go with another one. Okay, so I will go with another one. So if you wanted to, then you come off of mute, and then you would do your topic. But I'm going to do another one. Let's do the topic of if you had to alter any of your vacation plans because of the coronavirus. Did anybody did you have plans and you're like, we either have to reschedule those or we have to cancel them altogether? Anybody?
Are we going to unmute?
Yes. If you have to talk.
This is Alice. I was planning a couple of trips this year.
Okay.
One out on the West Coast to visit with family, and then one out of the country. And now that everything is going wherever it's going haywire with Corona, I've had to cancel plans for both of those. So yeah, and that's hurtful because I was really looking for the downtime to be able to get away from everything and just disconnect altogether.
Yes.
But it is what it is. So yeah.
Yes. Yes. And so for our participants who are just joining us, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm Angela Odom, and I'm facilitating Talk and Connect. And basically, what we're doing is we're sharing a topic, and we will move through a topic to topic during this time. And so, the question right now on the table is: have you altered any vacation plans because of the coronavirus? And my family, the broader family we were scheduled for a big family trip in the summer, and we have already had to push that thing and reschedule it through. We're going to try it again for Labor Day. We'll see how that works. We might have to push it again. So anybody else altered any vacation plans because of coronavirus?
We have. This is Jill. This is a year for my husband's and my family's family reunions. First thing we canceled was, of course, spring break, because that happened right in the middle. So, and I was kind of thankful for that, actually, because, all those kids. I'm sorry. Love children, but yeah. I was kind of thankful for that one.
Don't
But then
apologize.
the family reunions. Yeah, the family reunions, they were actually going to schedule it on a cruise ship. Oh, no. We're not doing that. So that is off the table completely for this year. They haven't even postponed. They put it for another 2 years. So they just took it all completely off the table. So I was thankful for that one.
Yes.
But, tell you, what I have been thinking about, I've been watching some of the RV TV shows, and I was like, maybe that might be a good idea to, I could fumigate an RV and, and then just go out to the wilderness somewhere. I don't have to worry about people. And I'm, fishing, hunting, hiking, all of that. So that might be something that we look into.
Wow. I have one of my mentors, she and her husband, we're watching them go across they were in North Carolina, and they're going to Tacoma, Washington, and they're driving an RV. And so we're watching them do that. And of course, they don't have to interact with anybody but themselves. So that's good. So the question on the table right now is, have you altered any vacation plans because of coronavirus?
Oh, I like to jump in there. Hi, Angela. How are you?
Oh, hey, Tanya.
It seems like is that me? I thought that was me.
I think when she talks, we're all echoing.
Oh, okay. Okay. I don't know if you ever follow me, Angela, but I am a big traveler. So since March, I've been sheltering in place. And what I am realizing is that I am becoming, I don't know if it's fearful yet, but I am very apprehensive of going out. So I just walk in the neighborhood. I make commissary runs, and we just go over to my cousin's house. And that's it. Now my cousin I live with, she likes to explore and she wants to do the BJ runs and all these other places, Home Depot. Like, what we don't have won't be gotten. Because I'm looking at this like a field exercise almost, and I am running low on my Twizzlers, so I'm like, we need to probably pause and do an index so I can resupply. But the trips have been, I think, big disappointment for me because I was supposed to be in Italy last month, but like on Jill, I took a road trip on an RV in 2017, and I went from Vegas to Washington State, and that sealed my my plan to purchase an RV. So I think the higher power is just waiting on me to show him that I'm financially responsible, so I can get blessed with my new gift. But I would definitely encourage that. And with Alice, I remember you mentioning that you were also canceling some trips and that I'm the same way. And I have some cousins who are like,
well, the cruises are very low now. I'm like, you can give me a free trip, and then if I take the free trip and give me 2 free trips on the free trip, I'm still not going. So, and I'm a cruise lover, so I have definitely changed my mindset. But I'm hoping that this is a temporary one. Like when I say temporary, maybe 24 months,
Mm-hmm.
and then I can get back into it.
Yes, yes, that's good. That's good. So we're gonna get to hear our first timer go off here. So we'll close this topic out, and I'm gonna look for someone to throw one out, or we'll use the backup topics. All right? What do you want to talk about?
Children, I still have a teenager at home.
Oh,
I have a teenager at home. And this school from home, it is not working. Not at all. I get messages from the teacher. So anybody have any teenagers, like seniors, juniors?
who's talking, please? Say your name.
Oh, this is Janice. Sorry.
Because I'm scrolling back up to the pictures so I can see.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. Oh, well,
I have a 17-year-old, and
God
I've got
bless you.
messages from the teacher a couple of times that Matthew has not completed assignment A, B, C, or D.
Mm-hmm.
Neither A, B, C through D. So
Yes.
I'm like, how am I supposed to know? How am I supposed to help him?
Yeah.
I can't help.
Yeah.
So anybody having any concerns with that, or everybody empty nesters?
Oh my God. Well, I'm gonna pause and let other people chime in real quick, but Janice, we should probably talk offline. My goodness
Oh,
gracious.
okay.
Oh my God.
Being a military person and being very, very strict and focused myself,
Mm-hmm.
I try to do that. It doesn't work.
No,
But okay, offline on that one.
Yeah, no worries.
I have a 9-year-old who thinks he's 19. And so I've had to navigate for me, he was only 3rd grade, he's going to 4th now. So I feel your pain, Janice, totally. And I don't know how I'm dealing with the 9-year-old who really thinks he's a teenager, but having an actual teenager, I don't know how I would deal with that. So I still have the control at this point where, the assignments are sent to me directly. He doesn't have a phone or, his own email account or that kind of thing. So I still have the control. But I've homeschooled him before, and especially during the summers, and it was a lot easier. But now with the personality and some of the little attitude coming out, and it's and then he has autism, so then we go through some of those issues as well. So it's been a struggle. It's been a struggle this year, but we got through it. And yesterday they had their awards day, so he did good. He was so excited. Angela was just telling me before we started, I sent out a video, and he was so excited for his awards day. He ended up doing well this year. So I'm just glad it's over.
Yeah, well, this is our last week, so thank you for sharing. Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, James. I have a 14-year-old. I paid for a tutor to online on Zoom. The tutor can see his screen, and actually, because when I help him with algebra, I don't know what in the world I'm looking at. So I need somebody that knows that stuff too. So yeah,
Okay.
you are not alone. Frustration is rampant. You better know it.
Yes.
So there you go. So anybody else? Any other topic you want to talk about? Or I can't wait. I'm pretty excited about this next one.
Okay.
Well, what are some of the binge-worthy TV series you all are watching? Because I've been catching up on.
I like 911.
Oh, 911.
Yes. It's
Okay.
getting good.
Yes, and well, I've been catching up on all kind of stuff, but I haven't watched this much TV. I don't think since I was 12.
I usually don't watch TV at all.
Yes. Anybody watch
I
anything on TV, any series or all these?
I actually been watching on Netflix a series called Ozark.
Oh,
Yeah, very good. I think I finally finished the last season of last weekend and waiting for the next one to come out, but it's really good.
yeah, we don't have Netflix anymore. I canceled it, but I watched, I think, one season of Ozark. It was good then. Yes, 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 yes. Anybody else? Anybody else watching anything?
Andrew, I don't really watch TV either, so I don't know. But I tell you what, talking about Netflix, someone sent me a note Mother's Day. It says, please, please, please get Netflix and watch Otherhood with Angela Bassett. Anyone seen that?
What's it called?
Otherhood. Oh.
It's called Under Good? Under what?
Otherhood. She said you just got to get Netflix and just to see that. Now,
Wow.
we have it, so I'm going to watch it, but I was just, and then Napoli Ever After was on there too. Has anyone seen that one?
I've actually seen both of those, and they are very good.
Okay, so you would recommend them?
I do, and I also know that Michelle Obama's Becoming is now on Netflix as well.
Okay.
Oh,
I hear it's good.
I haven't watched it yet, but I hear it's really good. She did a watch party last weekend, but it's a series around the book, Becoming.
Yeah, I've got to go. I mean, I can't go over nobody's house and watch the Netflix thing. I was like, Lord, do I need to get Netflix just for a month to watch this?
You can
Cancel
get
it.
it for 30 days free trial.
Oh,
Yeah, I was
you
going
know
to say
what?
because there's a series on Hulu that I want to see, but I don't want to buy Hulu, so I'm going to get the free trial long enough to watch the series.
Make sure you write that down.
And then cancel it.
There you go. That's you know what? I'm doing that today. I'm doing that today. I'll get that trial because
I see my Jeannie Hill. Jeannie Hill, I see you unmuted. You got something you want to add? What are you watching?
I'm watching nothing. I'm in the yard most of the time.
Okay.
That's me too.
Yeah, I'm in the yard most of the time. I'm done with painting for a while.
Awesome. It's good to hear you.
Yes.
Hi, Jeannie.
Hey,
Hey.
Brenda, how are you?
Okay, so we'll go to the next topic. Anybody have anything you want to throw out, or we go to these backup topics? Because this one right here is really good. Nope. Okay. So, are you coming out of this pandemic 30 pounds heavier or 10 pounds lighter?
Ooh.
Hey now.
Oh,
Like the preacher. You like she talking.
but everybody go quiet on that one. Silent.
So, how's that working for y'all? How's that pantry coming? What's in that refrigerator every few minutes?
Oh,
Y'all ordering from it? Grubhub?
look, I'm calling on somebody. Where Gary at? Where he at? I'm taking him off mute. Gary.
Wait a minute.
Gary. Is he listening? I saw him.
He's down there. Or Herman. So E Moore, I see E Moore. What about you? Oh, you're muted. Unmute yourself. I'm gonna unmute you. Let's see. I unmuted you. Go ahead.
I'm down in the same boat I started with. I need to get more active and get some of it off, but right now it just seems like I can't get it going.
Mm-hmm. Me and you either. We must be in a can't get it going club then. Because my goodness, the pantry is right. It's like it's right here next to me. Oh, okay. So while we have you unmuted, you have anything else you wanted to throw out there?
Well, going back when we were talking about the vacations and everything, just like we're doing Zoom now, my family did a Zoom reunion and in a Zoom virtual birthday party.
Nice.
And ideas that we were, a way that we got together as a family, although we can't get together in person. So that's just an idea somebody can use if they want to.
And so where are the people? What states are they in? Is it from people like all over the country jumping on the Zoom for the family reunions?
Yes, well, excuse me. Mississippi, Tennessee, of course here, Georgia, Illinois, Chicago, and California.
Wow.
I think someone was Florida. Yes.
So how long did it last? I mean, how long did the reunion last when you did that one?
Now the reunion we ended up there for about 2 hours on it because she ended up extending the limit and purchasing it so that we could keep going. So everybody was enjoying each other so much.
Wow.
And then the birthday party was like a couple weeks later, and it was about an hour or so. And that one we did, not everybody, but a lot of people dressed up, and we had like Etta James and showed up with a purple room with the wig. The wig came off, and it was just too much. We were rolling almost. It was so fun.
Oh, that's good stuff. That's good stuff. Thank you. Thank you. That idea for the virtual birthday party and the virtual family reunion is amazing. Says Les, I see you with your hands raised. Go ahead, please. Celeste, saw you with your hand raised. Please, let me go back to you. Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, go ahead.
This is Celeste, and I'm calling in from Augusta, Georgia.
Okay.
I am not gaining 30 pounds, but I have lost not one either.
Well, you are.
But I'm actually eating better because I'm forced to cook.
What are you cooking, Celeste? What are you cooking?
Well, I have tried roasted broccoli and cauliflower.
Ooh.
Which was interesting because I don't like cauliflower.
Okay.
And I don't like to eat vegetables either, but they were tasty.
Okay. That's good stuff. And so, well, thank you, Celeste. Thank you, Celeste. For Tanya, I see your hand.
Yes, Angie, let me put this other earphone in here. Okay. I didn't know if this question had been posed to the group since I joined late, but I'm very, very passionate about personal growth.
Mm-hmm.
And what I've been encountering as I've been coaching some of my clients and just having regular conversations with others is the challenges that they're facing with sheltering in place. And one of the things that I talk about is I always try to look at things on a positive note. So, and on a spiritual note. So right after Easter, I had a conversation with someone. It's like, I can't do the social distancing. We're supposed to be engaged with other people. Then I'm missing out on church and blah, blah, blah. And I said, well, Jesus kind of checked out for 40 days and 40 nights. And when he did his checkout, I don't think he had all the amenities that we had. Cable TV, indoor plumbing, toilet paper, et cetera, et cetera. And one of the things that I believe happened after he finished his 40-day, 40-night fast was that he had to have come out transformed into something different or had a different mindset, or there would have been no purpose of doing that. So one of the things I encourage people I'm encountering is looking at how can you grow from this. So for me, people ask me what have I been doing since we've been sheltered in place, and I've really been reflecting on my life and just kind of reviewing and reevaluating it. So I'm really focusing on redesigning some of the aspects of my life and how do I want to address that as I modify my personal life plan. So I think that life as we knew it before sheltering in place no longer exists. So we have this time now to focus on how we want to redefine our life and ourselves, and how is that looking for people.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's deep. That's deep.
Yeah. This is Alice from Augusta, and that's something that I actually have been doing myself. I read a book some years ago with a church ministry called Acts of Faith by Iyanla Van Zandt, and she actually has rewritten it for her 25th anniversary to where it's relevant to where we are now. And I actually purchased that book recently. And while I didn't start at the first of the year, I'm just starting where I am as a way to go back and reflect and kind of think about me, peace of mind, and what's next in the next phase of life for me. So yeah, I think this is the perfect time for self-reflection and personal growth.
Yes, yes. So for the people who have, just joined us, we are in the middle of celebrating Military Appreciation Month at our Talk and Connect, and we are simply rotating from topic to topic, and we are talking and connecting. It's just that simple. My name is Angela Odom, and I'm grateful to be here with you. And we're using the chat as well as bringing ourselves off of mute and talking. And I also want to go back and make sure we have 22 minutes remaining. So we are doing really good. The time is going by really fast. So we're gonna get some more topics on the floor. So what do you want to talk about? Anybody want to throw one out for us? Okay. So tell you what. My next question really is, are you coming out of these unprecedented times wealthy or broke? Because Amazon is getting a lot of money from me right now. It's just unreal. I didn't even take that app off my phone. So is that just me? Who else? Anybody else coming out of this thing wealthy or broke or in between?
This is Jill. I have to say, I had a former neighbor drive up. You know how everybody drives up to your house and they'll stop and talk to you. We hadn't seen each other a while, and I thought it was just me, but my grocery bill has gone up.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, what is really going on? I mean, we're not eating that much, but we're eating more, I guess, at home. It's really, your dining out bill, of course, sometimes you don't see that. But you see that grocery bill. I'm at the grocery store and I'm spending $200 every time I go in there. That's just crazy. And then the other thing I've noticed is that I'm not buying more. The prices have gone up.
Yes.
Cereal. Of course, we didn't eat breakfast at home before, right? So now cereal, I used to be able to buy at Publix, buy one, get one, $3, $4. But I went the other day, and I hate to call out names of stores, but went to this store, and it's supposed to, be budget friendly, and juice was $4.
Yeah.
Cereal, almost $5.
Yeah.
And then somebody posted something with a store I didn't even know was still in business. They had chicken for $30.03 for a pack of just a one chicken cut up. I said that's in my thing is that when this is over, you won't see me in your store.
Right. So we're here at 11:40. I want to just go through the chat real quick and make sure we're not missing anything in there. So we see. Okay. Good morning, everybody. Okay, I'm just going through the chat, so we're good. And Celeste, I see your hand raised.
So we talked about shopping and Amazon.
Yes.
Maybe we should start up Shoppers Anonymous. I don't know what 12 steps or 6 steps we would use, but I could probably be in that group.
Yeah.
Because I think make an order or 2 from Amazon daily.
Yeah.
Daily?
Wow. Daily? Not weekly.
I like to shop anyway, but see what had happened was.
Yeah. That's a lot.
I was invited. There's a Amazon zillionaire group that I've been invited and allowed to join. So you get these really good discounts. And so when it pops up, you take the code and you go put it in your cart.
So it's the last one.
It's stuff that you thought about buying, but you didn't want to pay that price for it.
Right.
So this is a good time to do that.
Yeah, you can start your own business. Resale.
There you go.
I'm an independent travel agent, but there'll be no traveling going on no time soon.
Well, you know what? Somebody invited me to a group similar to that, an Amazon group, and I saw that they was putting the codes in there, and I said, "Oh no, I do not need any more help spending. I'm already spending." So I deleted that group. I got myself out of that. I said, "Thank you so much, but no, thank you." Oh no, they were making it too easy,
Yes.
too easy. So this has been really good. What want to do is go ahead and wind this thing on down because it's 11:42. We want to wind it down, and um, we want to pause for a second and focus on gratitude. Focus on gratitude. Research shows that gratitude leads to happiness, and it is actually, according to this author here for the psychology of gratitude, it's one of the most neglected emotions and one of the most underestimated of virtues. And so, given everything that's going on in the world, the instability and the fear that many of us may feel at some time, there's no better time now than now just to stop and give thanks for all that is good. You know, what we focus on is actually what expands. And so we could remind ourselves of how it's good to incorporate gratitude into our stream of consciousness. Remember that even if things are like really, really bad, or they're not going your way, or it's just you just don't feel right. Just knowing that there's always hope on the other side of this. Like we're actually going to come out of this pandemic at some point. And so, regardless of how we feel right now psychologically, um, I want to encourage you to consider writing a letter of gratitude to someone who may have done something for you, to you, just lifted you up, or you want to lift them up just to express gratitude. Um, and studies have shown that the mere act of thanking someone can be good for our health, right? And another study done by the Journal of Happiness, of course, this is 2012, found that those who wrote letters of gratitude over a 3-week period were happier, had greater life satisfaction, and had less incidence of depressive symptoms. And for me personally, I am like right on the edge, an introvert or extrovert, right? I love, 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 being with me. But guess what? I need to be around some other people. So so I have been actually sending gifts or writing notes to people for just saying thank you, appreciate your wellness check, those types of things. And so that's what we want to do over the next few minutes is we want to give you the opportunity, and you don't have to. You can put it in the chat, or you cannot, you don't have to at all, but just want to pause and give you the opportunity to share what you are grateful for. And it might not be everything, but just, maybe one thing or two. So I'll pause for that.
This is Janice, and I often feel overwhelmed and overworked at home because I work at home, and then after work is over, I work at home again by taking care of my elderly mom who's about to be 83. And then I pause and say, there are those that can't even go see their moms in the senior center. So I'm grateful to have her here with me, have my mom.
Oh, yes, definitely. Definitely. Anyone else? We'll pause for gratitude.
I'll be remiss. Hi, this is Brenda. When you just said some people don't have their mom, and I'm one of those. It's been a year, and this Mother's Day was marked this first year for me. But I just wake up grateful just for the opportunity to be able to give, and to be able to be in a position to give rather than to receive. For that, I'm just grateful every morning that I'm able to be in that position, regardless of what it is. I don't have to wait for someone to get me up. I get up. I don't have to wait for someone to, take me to the bathroom. I had to do all of this for my mother.
Yes.
Okay, Brenda.
Bless you. Yes.
The last the last 3 months of our life. And so it just makes you very grateful of the things that you can do for others. Excuse me, I'm sorry.
No worries.
It's okay. It's okay.
No worries. So we're pausing for gratitude.
Yes. Thank God you're able to do that. Thank God you were there.
Yes.
That's what I'm grateful for, that I'm here and I'm able to.
We're pausing.
And I will add to that, Brenda has met my mother, and tomorrow, as we speak on that, my mother is scheduled to go to a nursing home. She's going through Alzheimer's. And, see, this is one of those moments. Look at it. Say hi, AJ. And tomorrow is going to be a stressful day, but I'm grateful to God for the strength. Okay. And it's gonna be a rough day, but it's hard to even put into words. And she has Alzheimer's. She has no idea of what's going on. And in some ways, some odd way, that is almost like a saving grace that she doesn't know what's going on. So,
yes, I see in the chat that Myrtle Habersham, she says grateful for health and family. Yes, and I see Gary says Gary says hello everyone. System's working sometimes. Grateful for being here. Yes. And so we are, this is our Talk and Connect, and so we are closing it out with a round of gratitude, just to express it if you chose to. And so I'll pause, and then I want to share what I'm grateful for. Okay. So Janice, my 14-year-old is in Mississippi, and of course I'm in Georgia. I took him there because we needed a separation, right? And so he's there with my niece and her husband. My niece is 39, husband's 43. My niece is the director of the Child Protective Services in the county we grew up in. So she has skills that I don't have, quite frankly, for a 14-year-old. And so so that's working out just fine. So I wanted to surprise him for Mother's Day. And so I got in my car from Georgia, and my car stopped on the highway in Anniston, Alabama. The car stopped. Grateful because I do have USAA, called roadside assistance. Some guy stopped, and another guy, they stopped and got me out of the road. And the tow truck got there. I don't think I waited 15, 20 minutes. So he got me there. I got a note, a little automatic note from USAA, says find alternative transportation because you cannot get in the vehicle with the tow truck. And so I want y'all to know what I said out loud. I was like, now that's a lie. I'm in the middle of nowhere. I'm getting in that truck. So I did, a mask and all that stuff on. And he took me to, this was Saturday, in the middle of the global pandemic, right? All I thought was, all I got to do is just stop one time, get the gas, and keep going. I don't even have to do anything else. But anyway, so dropped my car off at the Hyundai dealership there, left it there outside the gate because everything's closed. No rental cars, no Ubers. I did the Uber. That would have been $186 back to my house here in Georgia, but no Uber. It was a small town. They don't even have Uber. So he took me to a hotel. I said, thank you very much until I can figure out what to do. And I walked over to the Walmart, bought me a sleeping bag and a blanket and some towels and some other things because, quite frankly, the hotel looked nasty. But there you go. So there you go. So that worked out. And then I, in my frustration, I reached out to some folks and said, this is what happened. So one of my sorority sisters who lives in Birmingham drove the next morning to get me. And she said, you're still going to surprise your son. So she let me have her car. So I'm grateful for relationships. Yes. She let me have her car. I drove to Mississippi and I did surprise my son. Spent Mother's Day with him. And we were able to, because my whole point was I wanted to go and visit my mom's grave, right? And so my son and I went and we cleaned the headstones off of my mom and my baby brother. And so we spent that time together. We didn't do anything exceptional or extraordinary. We just spent time together, and it was peaceful for the both of us. It was what we needed. It was joy. It was love. It was being able to connect with him without being stressed. And so we stayed in a hotel there, which it was clean. And so we did that, and we just, I really just shut my big old mouth as the mom, right? And I allowed him to talk about whatever it was he wanted to talk about without me interjecting or seeming to judge. And my God, he had a lot to talk about. And it was, what 14-year-old boys talk about. He was talking about Fortnite and bugs and snakes and his friends and Instagram. And he was able to talk. He was felt heard. So we connected. So I'm grateful for that. I drove back to Birmingham to give my friend her car back. She drove me back to the Hyundai dealership in Anderson, Alabama. And they said, we're going to keep the car for a few minutes. Go ahead, few days, you have the rental car, you should be good. And so I got back here, and yesterday I found out that the engine, they had to replace the entire engine. And so what am I grateful for? It's covered. Everything is covered under the powertrain warranty that I didn't even know I had. Thank God for that, right? And so gratitude. And I was telling Jill at the beginning of this, what I learned from that experience was, grateful for relationships and grateful for insurance and my health and resources. But what I wasn't aware of or wasn't conscious of was women with children or men, period, children, whatever it is, people who are displaced during this time, right? Who don't have relationships like I do or resources like I do. And so that's why this moment for me, I need to find out how to help those people that I'm thinking God said, let me just stop you for a minute and show you that you can do more. And so I am grateful for that opportunity, quite frankly, to be safe. I was safe. I was a little scared, but I was safe throughout that whole process, and I was loved and I was carried. And so gratitude. There you go. That's what I wanted to end with is gratitude. And I know for me, for sure, I can do more. So my name's Angela Odom, and I am so thankful to Jill for giving me this opportunity to facilitate this talk and connect with you all. Thank you all for showing up. And Jill, with that, I'm going to turn it back over to you.
All right. Thank you so much, Angela. Let's give her a round of applause. This has been awesome. Thank you. I think we all just needed to just take a pause and take a breath, right? And this has been, for me, I know, for me, it's been awesome. So again, I want to thank you for this discussion today. And I just started talking about my mother, so I'm still kind of shaking about that. I'm so nervous about tomorrow.
Yes.
But this has been a blessing, and I want to say I see several of our AARP Georgia volunteers online this morning. I want to thank you all for all you do for us. I just can't wait till the day that we are together again. But at the same time, it's sad because I know it's going to be different. Because when I see Jeannie Hill coming down that hall and I'm running to her and want to grab her and hug her, and it's going to be a different feeling. I ran into a sorority sister the other day, and we normally jump in each other's arms, and it's a different feeling, and it's a different day. But I want to thank you all for coming out this morning, getting up and logging on and dialing in to today's discussion. And I want to remind you that for more information on AARP veteran programs, you can go to aarp.org/veterans. I want to invite you all, and I will send this email if you registered for this event today. I'm going to follow this up with an email for tomorrow's teletown hall. You probably already have it. I'm sure most of you are already members and you get our information. But just as a reminder, tomorrow we have a very special teletown hall. You know, every Thursday we've been doing these teletown halls on Thursdays at 1 p.m. Tomorrow is the first one that we'll be doing. Our national veteran team will be doing tomorrow at 1 p.m. tomorrow. And so I will send that information out on that. So again, I want to thank you all for joining us today. Amy Stevens, I see her on, and I want to thank Amy. Amy is the founder for Georgia Military Women. You know, we're being led today by a military woman. We have several of you on today. Amy, thank you for all you do. Good to see you.
Yeah, thanks for having me here. Angela, love the session. Awesome job. We need to get together sometime and talk in person. You know, everybody, there's so much going on. And you know, I was keeping quiet, but since you called me out, Joe, I do want to say I am so grateful for everybody that is a military woman and the fellowship, sisterhood that we all have. I mean, that really makes a difference. And actually, I was busy there sending you an email, Jill, so we can talk later.
Absolutely.
You know, and that's the thing, is that I feel comfortable doing that. And I hope that, you know, those of you that are in the Georgia Military Women Group will continue to participate in these virtual things. That's what I've been learning about, is how to do all the virtual things. So thank you so much. Absolutely. I hope you have a great day.
And before we go, I want to be remiss to say hello to our state ambassador, Myrtle Habersham. Hi, Myrtle.
Hi there. Good morning. Good morning. Great session. I really enjoyed the part I was able to listen to, and look forward to listening to the recording for the rest of it.
Awesome. So good to see you. Look fabulous as usual. So, Angela, I'll let you end it. I don't know, how do you normally end? You end?
Well,
this has been amazing. My second had a event yesterday, and this has been awesome. I want to just thank again everyone for taking the time out to join us today.
Yes. So for us, you know, we start on time and we end on time because we respect your time. Amen. And so for you, in the middle of this global pandemic, we're going to be on the other side of this thing at some point. And so I'll just ask you to position yourself right this minute for however you want to show up on the other side, but you don't have to wait. So right this minute, take care of yourself every single day. Do something for your mental health and your physical health. And oh, by the way, laugh out loud. That's really powerful. With that said, again, thank you for participating and being engaging. It was just like food for my soul to be with you. So thank you, Jill, again. Thank you, AARP Georgia, for the opportunity to facilitate this activity. And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, booyah! That is it. We are good to go. Thank you so much, and we will see you on virtual something, I'm sure. You all take care and have a fabulous day.
Thank you.
All right. Take care, you all.
Have a good day.
You as well.
Thank you, Angela.
Oh, you're welcome, Jill. You're welcome.
I will be contacting you. I'm gonna call you.
Okay, so I will. Okay. As far as the recording, I'll send that to you.
The link. Okay, great. Thank you so much.
No worries. All right, I'll end this. Have a good day, Jill.
You too. Bye-bye.